Hello to everyone that is watching this video. This is Veronica from Group 2, and together with my groupmate Adriana will be presenting on our work, particularly on the reading skill. Before we explain more about the activities and materials we have planned for this task, I will first talk briefly about this lesson plan. So it is a speaking integrated reading lesson plan for U5 under the theme of World of Knowledge, Unit 3 Wildlife, and specifically for this lesson, the pupils will be learning about monarch butterflies. This lesson plan is designed for pupils with low proficiency. Here's the content standard and learning standard for this lesson. So for the learning standard for the main skill, it's 3.2.2, understand specific information and details of two paragraphs or more. Meanwhile, for the learning standard for the integrated skill speaking, 2.1.5, which is describe people, places and objects with suitable statements. Meanwhile, for the learning objectives for this lesson, the pupils should be able to read and match at least 3 out of 5 summaries for each paragraph correctly in word wall matching game based on the passage entitled Amazing Butterflies, Monarch Butterflies in the Sky. The second learning objective is to the pupils will be able to read and identify at least 3 out of 6 true or false sentences correctly in Wordwall Maze Chase game based on the passage entitled Amazing Butterflies, Monarch Butterflies in the Sky. Here is the list of resources and teaching aids prepared for this lesson. You may pause the video to carefully read each and every one of it if you would like to. And as the lesson is planned to be carried out synchronously via Google Meet, the materials were chosen carefully to suit the teaching and learning mode. To start off the lesson, the activity that will be done with the pupils is to have the pupils to watch a YouTube video. This can be done when the teacher is sharing her screen to the pupils on Google Meet. So not only the teacher will have the pupils to watch the video, some questions pertaining the video will also be asked to the pupils, and some discussion of the answers will take place before the teacher introduces the topic of the lesson. YouTube is a great source for videos, so you can find a lot of videos that you can use for your lesson. However, it is crucial that the video that you choose for your lesson is first of all suitable and interesting, and it will be able to serve as a source of knowledge to the pupils as well. So for the video that we have chosen for this lesson, it is called Flight of the Butterflies, where in the video the people will be able to see how does a monarch butterfly look like. And as you can see on the screenshot of the video that I have inserted here, you can see close-up of the butterfly's wings, so the pupils will be able to know stuff like what color the butterfly is and what pattern does it have. So besides that, the video also show the growth process of the butterfly, like how they grow from a caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. And as the video is used for set induction, it is very short, not very short, but is the length of the video is just nice for teachers to use as attention grabber to the pupils. Moving on to the presentation stage, the teacher will provide the pupils with more information and details about the monarch butterfly. In this stage, the reading activity will also will take place. So firstly, in this presentation stage, the teacher will show a 3D picture of the monarch butterfly and will have a simple Q&A session about the picture with the pupils. After that, the teacher will introduce the vocabulary, the words related or contained in the reading text by using interactive e-flashcards. Again, a Q&A session will also take place here in order to ensure that the pupils understand the meaning of the words introduced to them. And after the pupils have been exposed and they are familiar with the vocabulary, then the teacher will move on to the reading activity, and the reading passage will be presented to the pupils in the form of PowerPoint presentation. This is the 3D picture of the monarch butterfly. It provides a very clear look of it, and the best part of it is that 3D pictures, it enables you to view whatever object that you want to in 360-degree rotation. This means that when you use this 3D picture, you will be able to let your pupils to see each part of the monarch butterfly, its top part, its front, back, sides part, anywhere that you want, so that your pupils will have a better idea of how the butterfly look like after viewing it closely using through the 3D picture. The next material used in this stage is e-flashcards. As I have mentioned earlier, we'll be using interactive e-flashcards for this lesson plan. The easiest way to make e-flashcards is by using PowerPoint slides, where you can just put the pictures there and its label. But it's not interactive enough because you will only show the cards just like that to the pupils. So to make it interactive, WordWall can be used to generate e-flashcards if you choose the tile cards template. So instead of just showing the flashcards one after another to the pupils, teacher can make it fun and mysterious to the pupils, where you can give authority to the pupils to choose which card number that they want to view first, and so on. So they will be curious to know what's behind the number card after they have chosen it, and when the teacher flip it, they will be able to view what is on the card. So it makes it more fun and interesting to the pupils. And lastly, for this presentation stage, this reading passage will be shown to the pupils. It is presented using PowerPoint slides so that the teacher can make the passage more attractive by adding graphics here and there, such as there you can see the butterfly, the flowers and stuff on the passage. Okay, so as you can see here, there are words in red color in this paragraph. So using PowerPoint slides, you can highlight certain words in the passage as well, so that it will be more attractive to the pupils. And when it attracts them, they will pay more attention to the words. Using contrasting colors like this in the reading passage serves many purposes. For instance, in this activity and in this passage, it helps the pupils to identify the main details of this monarch butterfly. At the end of the passage, there's a summarized version of each paragraph that will labeled with letters. If you notice previously on the paragraph that I've shown you, there's actually a letter B on the top right side of the PowerPoint slide. This is because these later labeled summaries will be used in the matching activity that will be carried out in the next stage of this lesson. Okay, now I would like to pass this presentation for Adriana to continue.
Hello, I'm Adriana, Veronica's partner. So I'll be explaining practice, production and closure stage for this lesson plan that we have created. As the mode for this lesson is Google Meet, for the practice and production stages, the teacher will conduct 2 WordWall live games with the pupils. WordWall is basically a website that has many game templates that teachers can use in their lessons. We found it very convenient as we can save time in creating materials. So there are a variety of templates such as matching game, tile cards, which we use in presentation stage, maze chase game, crossword puzzle, word search, and so on. So for the practice stage, the teaching aids are WordWall matching game and the passage entitled Amazing Butterflies, Monarch Butterflies in the Sky. So the procedure starts with the teacher showing the WordWall matching game on her screen. So instructions must be given out loud to the pupils. To encourage participation, teacher calls out pupils' names to read the summaries in the game and asks them to match the summaries to the correct letters. This game is also accessible to pupils after the Google Meet session, as the teacher can provide the pupils with a link. If the pupils played the game after the lesson, the teacher could track their progress in the game board in the Word Wall website. Okay, this is a picture of the word wall matching game. The teacher needs to drag the colored boxes according to the correct letters. Okay, moving on to the next stage. The teaching aids are word wall maze chase game and the passage I mentioned earlier. So the procedure is similar to the practice stage. The teacher must present his or her screen and show the game to the pupils. Like the practice stage, the teacher calls out pupils' names to read the sentences given. Then the teacher asks for the pupils' answers. The teacher then moves the alien icon to the box with true or false. We personally think this maze chase game is interesting and is able to attract people's attention due to its game-like concept. I personally used this in my lessons last practicum and the pupils were very excited and they actively participated in my lesson. As I have mentioned before, the pupils can also play this game after the lesson and the teacher can track their progress in the game board. Okay, this is a picture of the maze chase game. The colorful icons definitely will attract pupils' attention and make the lesson more engaging. Other than having fun, the pupils will also get to reinforce their understanding of the passage that they read during presentation stage. To make it more convenient, while conducting these two games, the teacher can place the word wall games and the PowerPoint passage side by side on his or her screen, as it can help pupils to find the answers in the passage that they read quickly. For closure stage, we decided to utilize an online jigsaw puzzle website. As the time limit is 2 minutes, we created a 4 pieces jigsaw puzzle. The teacher asked pupils to unmute their mics and solve the jigsaw puzzle by asking the teacher to move the pieces. Then the teacher can recap the lesson by asking some questions to the pupil about what they learned. Okay, this is a picture of the online jigsaw puzzle game. It is basically a picture of a monarch butterfly, which obviously relates to the passage that they read. So instead of just a Q&A session for closure, so we decided to use an online jigsaw puzzle to make the closure stage much more interactive and much more interesting. That's all from us. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this lesson will give you some ideas to prepare your own reading lessons in the future.